Okay, so the other analysis is for combustion and arson. Okay, the next one is the combustion continuum. So the combustion is the oxidative decomposition where the oxygen will be oxidized or falls. Then the different range of the combustion is from the gentle candle flame to a violent military explosive, which are part of continuum that includes the propellant used in the firearms. So the term used to describe the decomposition of the decomposition of the oxygen is depends on the characteristic such as the speed of the reaction. So for example, the detonation of an explosive, the reaction front move faster than the speed of sound. Maksudnya eksplosif akan berlaku dengan kelajuan yang lagi tinggi daripada sound lah, which is 331 meter per second. So the same reaction occurs at less than the speed of sound, which is this speed, less than this speed is called deflagration or burning, which the flame speed is less than the speed of sound. So bila the reaction more faster than the speed sound, dia dipanggil sebagai explosive. Kalau dia lagi rendah daripada speed sound, dia adalah deflagration or burning. Okay, this is the differentiate between the burning flame. Kita ada kat sini adalah burning or flame or deflagration. And then kita ada firearms kat sini, JSR, propellants and also explosion or detonation. So the forensic application for the burning flame deflagration is for the arson fire investigation, and for the explosion basically for the explosive of high or low explosive lah. And the speed of burn kalau untuk burning flame deflagration is low, and then the firearm is moderate, and the explosion is fast, moderate and slow from the speed of sound. So the fuel for the burning flame deflagration contains hydrocarbons and carbon double bond and triple bond. For the firearms, it contains CN, which is the amide group, and carbonyl for the explosion. So the oxidant present is oxygen for burning flame or deflagration, and nitrate carbohydrate for firearms, and for the explosion is in the presence of chemical oxidants. Okay, for the pressure is low partially and high for explosion. Okay, so the next one is the reaction of combustion is the exothermic reaction, which the reactant are convert to the gaseous product, and this is the exothermic process where it will release the energy. So the H, basically the H will be negative lah. The delta H will be negative, which is the enthalpy will become negative, and then this gas will be heat and expand. So that's why delta H dia negative. So in the fire such as arson, this expansion will generate flames. Dia akan generate the dipanggil sebagai kepulan asap, which can become the mark at the crime scene. Okay, so this mark can be their own untuk kita predict lah the behavior of the fire to be the evidence for the crime scene. So the expansion of the hot gases is utilized in propellant to drive a projectile forward, pressure, volume or work, whereas the explosive in the expanding gas are confined as long as possible to generate destructive shock wave. So bila expansion of hot gas berlaku, exothermic process tu berlaku, dia akan expand the gas. Bila expand the gas, so dia akan project the more work, which is will increase the PV, and then it will cause to generate a destructive shock wave. Okay, so dia akan jadi lagi teruk lah dia punya pembakaran tu. Okay, the combustion reaction encountered in forensic chemistry are complex and rarely occurs close to the standard conditions. There are several requirements for combustion to happen. The first one is the fuel and oxidant in the appropriate quantities and concentration. And then the second one is a source of activation energy and sufficient contact time for the energy source to initiate the reaction. So the absence of any one of these factors would prevent the combustion to be happens. So the first requirement, fuel and oxidant in a proper proportion. So this illustrates the key points and unmask common misconceptions. For example, wood does not burn. Rather, what burns are the vapors emanating from the heated wood. Okay, kayu itu sendiri sebenarnya dia tidak mudah terbakar. So disebabkan oleh vapor yang terhasil daripada kita proses pemanasan wood tu, itu yang menyebabkan kayu boleh terbakar. So the second one is the gasoline in cane will not explode because the proper fuel, the air mixture does not exist in the cane, so it will not explode lah.